For the past 8 years, the Quadrifoglio has been the anthem of power, performance, and styling, and we have the final version here on US soil called the Super Sport. So with no further ado, we have to see here at Alfa Romeo Central Florida what makes this so special, what makes this homage worthy of the black cloverleaf. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rise. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. We finally did it. The final iterations of the Quadrifoglio. This is to pay homage to what the Quadrifoglio model is. And we got it behind us here today. And I got very lucky here at Alfa Romeo Central Florida because we got this here. Okay, so keep in mind that I filmed 2 Super Sports already. One in Rosso Etna and one in Volcano Black like you see here today. But they were both Stelvios. And this was back in like September. Yeah, September last year. So with that said, we finally got a 2024 Giulia Quadrifoglio Super Sport because they are pretty much pre-sold. So once they get to dealerships, they go directly to their customers. So I was able to track one down here and I wanted to show it off for you guys on the channel to see what this final iteration was. Like it's not right that we don't get one of the final quads that were ever built on the channel. So with no further ado, I'm gonna let the car do the speaking for itself. Biggest shout out to Alfa Romeo Central Florida for letting me take a spin around this Super Sport. Now, if you guys want this model or any other model that they have here in their lineup, well, this one might be spoken for, but make sure you guys check out the other Quadrifoglios they have while they're still here by checking their link in the description below and their phone number so you guys can see their inventory, give them a call, and get these beautiful Alphas while you still can. So now let's talk about what's under the hood. What drives the passion, the beating heart that Quadrifoglio badge is worthy of? First, we do have a dry carbon fiber hood, just in case you guys forgot. And with that, it's covering up this dragon, this beast. All right, V6 twin turbocharged, 90 degrees, Ferrari derived engine, 2.9 liters. It is a monster. And here in the United States, it's 505 horsepower and 443 pound-feet of torque. Now, paired with the ZF transmission, 8-speed, carbon fiber drive shaft, rear-wheel drive, 50-50 weight distribution, well, this thing is going to give us around 3.7 seconds for a 0 to 60 and a top speed of 191 miles per hour. And this Super Sport model is celebrating what this engine brought to the Quadrifoglio models over the past 7-8 years. So, of course, we have to show it off because this is the last time we're going to see it in one of these models, as this is the last iteration of the Giulia that they have put this engine into. The last time you will see these engines are in the very last Super Sport models, which we have in front of us here today. All right, hopefully the next one is just as beautiful and sounds just as good as this one. So all good things have to come to an end, and we are finally at that end. For this iteration of the Giulia for the past 8 years, we've known and loved it, and obviously it's giving us everything when it comes to passion, performance, and styling out of these models. Now, with that said, one of the best performing, best looking sedans on the planet will be replaced by the next generation, but it's going to be completely different when it comes to the overall platform, the powertrain, everything when it comes to styling. So this is it. If you guys love the Giulia and what you've known it since 2017, well, this is your final look at it here. All right, so keep in mind the next gen will be on the Stella large platform or STLA large platform. This is on the Giorgio platform. Next model, well, it could be fully electric for the Quadrifoglio variants or hybrid, and we possibly could have the Hurricane engine from Stellantis inside of it as well. We're not exactly sure over this twin turbocharged Ferrari derived V6 engine. And obviously the styling is going to change up. Alfa Romeo did a little teaser, so we should know very soon on what the Stelvio will look like. But we're going to wait to see what the Giulia will look like, but it will probably be very complementary to what the Stelvio looks like when it comes to the overall design moniker. But this is the Super Sport. This is here to pay homage to what's under the hood and what this Quadrifoglio all represents for the 2024 model year. So with that said, this is our first time getting a Giulia on the channel, and well, yeah, the Super Sport Giulia is definitely a looker. So let's talk about it, because as you guys can see, beautiful volcano black metallic paint, looking beautiful. And with this being a 2024 model, well, we did get the refresh headlamps for 2024. So you guys will see the 3+3 LED lights and the switchback turn signals that will be in there as well. You guys will also see the clover leaf that's kind of hidden in there. See it right there in between the light structures? So cloverleaf, because of this model being the quad. All right, and then with that said, you guys will also see all this illuminated very shortly. Now for the Super Sport model, well, they made sure we had carbon fiber for the Scudetto Chalobo up front with the new grille pattern that they got for 2024. And then you guys will see that retractable carbon front lip that we've always had on the Quadrifolios. It retracts at around 70 miles per hour for extra downforce. One of the only sedans in the world to do that. You will also see the grille pattern down here as well to match with the grille up front. And then you guys will see right here on the side, the air ducts here, all right, for cooling. And then you also have a nice little sliver right there as well for aerodynamics and airflow. Now, you guys will see in the hood, because we have that breathing dragon under there that we talked about, well, that is going to be our mesh grille to help that breathe, to help that air escape, so this thing can perform in the best way possible. But with that said, keep in mind, 2024 is the last year of the Quadrifoglio, and you're looking at it right here today. Let's take one good glance of that front fascia for the last time. Now, the side profile of the Super Sport is going to be very similar to what you would know on a Giulia Quadrifoglio, but the first thing we have to point out right away is the elephant in the room. The cloverleaf is black. For the first time, the Super Sport Edition debuted a black and green and silver cloverleaf over the white background being here. So it is really cool to kind of pay that homage by just something so small but something so large at the same time, because this cloverleaf has been white for years, since the cloverleaf really kind of made its way to the United States. But even before that, you know, for over Alfa Romeo's 100-year history, 100+ year history, we've seen a white background for the cloverleaf. So with that said, it is just really kind of cool to make this model right here the one that has a black cloverleaf on it. So love that. You guys will also see for the Super Sport, we do have the 19-inch 5-hole wheels. All right, we do have the monochrome center cap when it comes to the Alfa Romeo script right there. And then we also have the Alfa Romeo script on the brakes, black calipers, drilled rotors, Brembo brakes, of course, and then we have the Pirelli P0 tires when it comes to the rubber to wrap it all together. Now, also, the front fender, don't want to forget that. We also have airflow here, escaping from that honeycomb grille. We do have carbon mirrors when it comes to the Super Sport Edition, all right? And then the side skirt done in carbon fiber that we are used to for Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio models, that is there as well. Now, you guys will also see black window moldings, black B-pillars, C-pillar, and we also have a carbon fiber roof. There it is, guys. Adding to this whole moniker, the carbon weave gloss roof with the gloss black shark fin antenna. It just makes this an overall banger when it comes to symmetry, when it comes to styling, when it comes to overall energy and aura. This has it all when it comes to the Super Sport Edition. So of course the rear profile is gonna look just as beautiful as the side and front. Now with that said, for the Quadrifoglio variant, of course we're gonna have that trunklet spoiler done in carbon fiber. And then for the Super Sport, we get the black badging, we get the beautiful clear LED tail lamps that were brought back in 2024, and obviously they shine really cool when it comes to volcano black paint. Alfa Romeo insignia front and center, and then you guys will see the rear when it comes to the diffuser looking shark fin and aggressive with the honeycomb grille down there, and the quad exhaust tips you guys heard just a moment ago with the cool side slats here again for aerodynamics. This whole open lower half just really cool when it comes to this whole setup. And then you see the reflectors there for a little extra safety, but with all said and done, this looks beautiful. And again, seeing it from the rear, I mean, this is just one of the most beautiful behinds when it comes to an Alfa Romeo. Cargo space is gonna be around 13, 14 cubic feet, and we have a 40-20-40 split when it comes to those rear folding seats. You guys will see the triggers to fold down the seats right here as well. And then you guys will see that, well, our battery is stowed away on this side here, and we also have a false floor. Lift that up. No spare tire because we have run flats for the Pirelli P0s, but we do have a tire inflate kit, tow hook, screwdriver there as well. But basically, pretty simple, pretty good package when it comes to overall storage and cargo on the Giulia Quadrifoglio. Now, when we talk about fuel economy, we're looking at 17, 20, 25. That means 17 combined city and highway, 20 for the city, and 25 for the highway. And of course, premium fuel goes inside of this twin turbo V6. So let's take a full look at the illumination on the Super Sport, done in that volcano black with the black housing and the 3+3 LED lights. Well, it looks sinister. And as you guys will see, we have the switchback turn signals between those 3+3, between bright white and amber, high beams and low beams. And of course, we get that orange reflector on the side there as well. Now we also have the carbon fiber mirror cap, the turn indicator done in amber as well. And then you guys will see, when we come to the rear, the LED tail lamps, the turn indicators there, looking gorgeous. What do you guys think about the illumination here when it comes to the Super Sport? Now this Alfa Romeo interior is none like you've ever seen before when it comes to a modern day Alfa Romeo, and you can probably already tell when it comes to red carbon fiber accents. This thing looks crazy and it's unlike anything we've ever seen. So let's talk about it, because we also have the Super Sport moniker, all right, stitched in with the one of 275 when it comes to the overall label. Now I did say 175, it is actually 275, and I flubbed up on that, but you know, I was like, let me just roll with it. I'll put it on the screen so you guys can see. Now with that said, let's hop inside, because we need to start this beast up. Now, before we do that, actually, let's take a look at the door paneling, because that's going to let you know what's special about this interior with the Nero uppers when it comes to leather, the Rosso stitching, and then the Rosso carbon fiber accents. It's a wicker basket. It's 3D. It's weaved in with the black. It looks so cool. I just love it. Now, with that said, you also have the Harman Kardon speaker right there as well. Speaker grill there too. Soft touches on the armrest with the red stitching as well. Aluminum side sill and an aluminum dead pedal, brake pedal, and gas pedal. So let's start this thing up, because that's really what you want to hear, right? You want to hear what it sounds like, even though you know what it sounds like, but we're gonna enjoy it for the last time, really. So put on the brake, start, stop. There we are. We are to life. Let's talk about this thing. So going back to the seating, so extra thigh support, sport seats you guys are used to, perforated leather, heated, and then the Rosso stitching mixed in with black. You will also see that Super Sport moniker there as well. And again, flubbed up on the 175. It's 275 for the Giulia. Now, with that said, flat bottom steering wheel that you guys are used to, with the carbon fiber gloss insert for the accent here, and the clover leaf, because this is the Quadrifoglio. You also see the aluminum accents throughout, and the red start-stop button, which we use with the Alcantara inserts as well, and the big paddle shifters mounted right behind, so you guys will always know where they are on the column mount, but they're huge, so you can press them really wherever you're turning. Now, with that said, you also have your driver assistance controls on the left-hand side. Right-hand side, well, we can control a couple of things, like our radio controls, but we can also change up what is our digital instrumentation that is new for 2024. So for this model year, which is the 2024, the only year they made the Super Sport editions, well, it showed this off for the first time. So press this here, and I can change different information that is involved in the center, all right, by scrolling up and down, all right. I can also change what's on the right-hand side between our three different layouts as well. So you guys will see the Quadrifoglio cloverleaf in this one, because this is the quad model. We can go between our DNA selector, where we have advanced efficiency, which is best on fuel economy, good for like cruise control, highway driving. We can go to natural, which is everyday driving, bumper to bumper traffic, or we can go dynamic. Dampers will show up there, and this is where we want to get a little bit silly. Now we want to get track ready. We hold over to race mode, and now we have a new instrumentation where it shows us that our traction control is off, our driver assistance control is off, and we have the big tack right there in the center with the Quadrifoglio cloverleaf right there in the red line, which looks really cool. So there's a couple different ways you can configure this. Now, also keep in mind, this is a telescopic steering wheel, so I can move it wherever I would like to, lock it into place. All right. You will also see that behind here, we have our lane keep assist and our high beams, and we have our windshield washer controls there as well with the menu buttons there too. Now you will also see that we do have our low beam controls and fog lamps, our park assist, and our start stop button here as well. We have the beautiful turbine vents with the leather dash, all right, done in Nero with the Rosso stitching, and then that red carbon fiber insert right over the dash right there with the glove box there, looking really slick. All right, we'll get to that screen in just a moment. We do have dual zone climate control with the heated seats and heated steering wheel here. We also have the USB 2.0 and 12 volt plug-in with extra stowage, and then right here in the center, that red carbon fiber shows up again with the cup holders there. With the 2-track system, we do have manual mode where we can shift the manual there with this beautiful leather wrapped boot, all right, perforated leather. We can also go into reverse, all right. You guys will see that it shows our reverse camera. Press P for park. Neutrals there as well. Key fob holder, which I'm using right here, all right. So we got that nice and stowed away. Luxury parking brake there. Radio controls, nice Italian flag, and then this beautiful carbon insert. We also have our radio controls here, which we already talked about that DNA selector. Let's talk about these because we have home, settings, and then we have our analog dial where we can go between our touch screen here, which is our 8.8-inch screen. So you can either do touch, but the touch is a little bit, it takes some time to catch up. So it's easier to use the dial to go in between that. But this is Alfa's in-house system that they've had since 2020. So hasn't changed for the 2024 model year. Now, wireless charger here. We have the armrest here with the Rosso stitching. And we have USB 2.0. We have aux and USB-C with the RF transmitter down there as well, just in case the key fob battery dies. Now, look up top. You guys will see that we do have our controls when it comes to our dome light, floodlight, everything like that. You also have your home link for your garage door, and then you have your visor and mirror with a light there as well. So everything you guys love for the Giulia Quadrifoglio is here. Really, the red carbon fiber is going to show out in this model. It is the only one with it, so it makes it special. And then you have the moniker, the stitching here done in red, which has never been done like this before with the Super Sport badging, and the 1 of 275 moniker there. So that is what makes this special in the interior. But what do you guys think about this Quadrifoglio variant, this Super Sport? Drop those comments down below. Now in the rear, you get the same treatment as up front when it comes to that overall styling element of the black leather with the Rosso stitching. And we also have the perforated leather seats. We have heated seats here as well. And you guys will see we have our turbine vents with the heated seat controls and a USB 2.0 controls right there front and center. We also have an armrest here as well. Cup holders there. And then you guys will also see stowage on the backrest of the driver and passenger side. You will see the same moniker when it comes to the door paneling, because that red carbon fiber shows up looking beautiful with the uppers in leather with the Rosso stitching. And then we also have the door cards with some plastic touches there, but we have the soft touches on the armrest and Rosso stitching as well with our speaker grill there. So looking pretty good in the rear as it does up front. All right, so the final quads. Let's see what it looks like for the sticker breakdown for the 2024 model year when it comes to a base price of $81,370. Now, it doesn't say Super Sport on here, but it is here. Let's talk about it, because when you come to options and you come to our destination charge at $1,595, you're looking at a total price of $92,225 when it comes to the final Quadrifoglio variants and the basic warranty 4 years 50 and powertrain 4 years 50 per usual. Now, let's talk about it, because the Volcano Black material paint, or metallic paint, is $660. And what our customer preferred package is, that's a Super Sport package with $5,400 on that. Now that comes with everything you guys see here that we went over, and then you see the Active Assist Plus package at $700, and then after all of that, then it comes to the exposed carbon fiber roof, $2,500. Yeah, that's not standard. So those are our only additional options here. Everything else you see is standard. All right, so make sure you guys pause, zoom in, screenshot, see everything that this Quadrifoglio comes with at that $81,370 price. But then you guys see the additional equipment there and everything you guys know and love from the Quadrifoglio. What do you guys think? So, how does it feel? Bittersweet to see the final quads being built and shipped, and now on the channel. We talked about this when it was going to be in reality, and now it is, and it feels very weird, very surreal. So, not exactly sure how to feel about it, but you know, I'm glad we have them here to show off to you guys. But at the same time, it means that we're at the end of an era. So drop those comments down below. What do you guys feel about the Super Sport Edition for the Giulia? Do you feel like you like it better than the Stelvio? Do you feel like everything that's offered here today really suits a good goodbye, a farewell, and they did what they could to make this the best overall Giulia out of all the models that we've seen in the previous model years? How do you guys feel about saying goodbye to this iteration of the Quadrifoglio until the next era arrives in a couple of years? Drop those comments down below. If you guys did enjoy the video today, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, but also make sure you guys check the link in the description if you guys want to help further support the channel, and subscribe, but click the notification bell so you don't miss one video. Guys, we will see you in the next one. Peace.